hope you are tuned in to Safe Space Talks Mind Mastery every Wednesday, 12 p.m. Eastern Time. Take a half an hour away from being glued to the glass and get your mind right.
Greetings. Welcome to Safe Space Talks Mind Mastery one more time and again. And I'm your host, your good girlfriend, Nigeria Anderson. And I'm here again. And we've been rocking and rolling, man. Like I'm just excited at what the Lord has given me to give y'all. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. Thank you. Yeah, I'm your friend who tells you the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. So, you're kind of a little sensitive, this might not be the channel for you. Thank you so much for the increase of viewership. Man, this is why when you start something, you have to be consistent and you have to be patient, and eventually it will catch on. So I'm excited about all of the emails, and some of y'all are funny, but I guess I'm funny. So, I keep saying I want to share some of these emails because y'all make me laugh. But trauma is nothing to laugh at. However, when you have victory over it and you're sharing with other people and people can actually relate, we thank God we can laugh about it now. Because I promise you, things were not funny when I was in the thick. Okay? So today we're going to talk about power of choices, power moves, and what it costs. Because listen, there's a cost to everything. But you know what I really love is when you come to the conclusion that Jesus paid it all, then all you have to do is operate in what has already been purchased for you. Let that sit. Take your time. So, the power of choices, what changes immediately and what one expects to change are two different things. An example is staying at a job you hate but won't seek out new employment, so harassing us. Even if the job you desire pays less but eventually will match what you were already making, or past what your yearly salary is. All right, so you don't want to go leave a job because the next job's not going to pay you what you're already getting. But however, if you take the job and you read it that in a matter of months or a year or so, not the 12 years you stayed frustrated, you will supersede the amount that you was already getting paid at the last job. So you have to be willing. Y'all know I'm here to tell you, you got to be willing to make some sacrifices. And if you have a family, that just requires a conversation of, listen, I had to make this move and everybody got to get on board. So no eating out, no this, no that, no, and no, and no. All right. So, that is expecting a change without works. And faith without works is dead. Immediate change is you being actively seeking new employment. So you allow the job, to not disrespect you anymore. If you're not going to go look for a job, you're going to allow your job to have power over you, and it's going to be disrespectful. They're going to make you do things you know you don't want to do, and all you're going to do is complain. And how many times do I have to tell you on this channel, half of everything associated with your mental wellness is caused by stress. Okay? It's caused by stress and a poor immune system. That's it. It's no big, secret. Having stress and a poor immune system, not having the proper vitamins and essentials for your daily life is what causes you high blood pressure, diabetes, migraines, all kinds of stuff. I don't know how many times I got to keep telling you that. They don't tell you that, because, God forbid you really realize like that's all you got to do is like maintain and you'll be okay. you know I mean, there's some exceptions to the rule, but on average, light exercise, eat right, sleep. Oh, I'm sorry. Sleep. Get proper sleep. And it's like driving your car. You get an oil change, battery change, wheel change. Your body needs all of that as well. So I just wanted to use that job example when we're talking about the power of choices, because you have the power to leave the job, but you don't. You stay there, and then you don't want to do your job, and then here I come trying to pay and do what I need to do to handle my business, and you giving me attitude. No, go get a new job. Okay, go find you a new job. Don't be scared. So, the American Lifeline is your income, your health, and your choices. And each choice will determine um, how you will live your life. Each choice will determine a debt of you being in control of your finances, or you not being in control of your finances. And I need to help you because there's a threat coming that might leave many homeless. And although I see the ripples coming, I don't want the waves to overtake my Safe Space Talks, my Mastery family. And y'all know I don't miss it on this show. This is why it's not, I don't promote certain things. Just if you part of the family and you down, you down. You know where to come for the info. And if I've not failed you, keep coming. That's all I can say. Now, examine your single largest obstacle. When it comes to your finances, what's your largest finance that you have? It could be your home, it could be the car, it could be school debt, and I'm gonna help you out. If you've been paying, for example, I'll go with a middle number. Let's say $2,200 a month for your rent or your mortgage. Rent payers will continue. Your rent gonna go up, right? And homeowners, our taxes is gonna go up. So that saying of debt free, oh my goodness, that has to be one of the biggest lies. And I want to dismiss deception here. People are, oh, I'm debt free. You're never going to be debt free. You're gonna always have to buy something. You're gonna have to you have to spend money. It's a rotation system. There's no debt free. You may not have a lot of debt. You may not be in big credit card debt. But if you own a home, you're gonna be in debt. And then you know what I see, this is why I'm on here. Because then they lie to you. First they be like, oh, debt is bad. Debt is bad. Then they say, oh no, there's good debt and there's bad debt. Debt is debt. Okay. They always trying to confuse you and trick you and, get you to dig in your pocket to give them something to make you feel better about your bad situation. And I'm here to help you get out your bad situation. But the key is knowing the situation and how you got in there. Okay. So rent payers, your rent gonna go up. Homeowners, your taxes is gonna go up. I know, I'm just so passionate about all y'all. And I just don't want people lying. They get on my nerve. Just this lies. There's so much lies going around. So this is what you can do. If you bought a car and you were paying, let's say, $400 a month. And so if you own a home and you was paying the $2,200, but now you paid off your home. So your home, you paid the mortgage. They like, hey, no more mortgage, but there's still taxes and insurance. Okay. What you should do, you bought your car, now you paid your car off, you was paying $400 a month, no more $400 a month. You had a school loan, you was paying whatever a month. Now you don't have that monthly obligation. This is what you do. When you finish paying for it, create a brokerage account. Okay, let me tell you, I am not a financial advisor, but it's always good to talk to people who got money so you can learn how you can get money. I'm just saying. So, you know, like hurt people, broke people keep people broke. Okay, so try to get friends who know a little something, something. So this is what you could do. If you bought a car and you were paying the $400 a month, when you finish paying for it, create a brokerage account and now put that same amount towards the brokerage account or a high yield savings account. And if you can't put that same amount because life happens and now you got another new bill, you had a kid, and so forth and so on, then put half of the money. Put half of the 400. So put the 200 in there. If you have the 22, then put 1100 in there. But get it in there. Okay? Please get a financial advisor to share what you are hearing today. If you are a homeowner, when you pay off your mortgage, now use that payment to put into a high yield savings or a brokerage account. Because let me tell you, I'm saying brokerage account more than a high yield savings. Because for if you paid $2,200 a month for your house in 15 years or so, that's already $26,000 a year. Okay? You've been paying $26,000 a year for your house. You put that into a brokerage account and you let it grow at 6 or 7%. And in about 15 years, which sounds like a long time, but if any of you have children, godchildren, nieces, nephews, y'all know you blink and them children 20. Okay? Boys got deep voices, girls, you like, cover that. You know what I'm saying? So it sounds long. People are like 15 years, 15 years, it go by, trust me. But if you reinvest in 15 years, that same 2200 in a brokerage account where you're getting 6 or 7%, in 15 years, you will have $680,000, which would be enough to send your child to college or is available for a medical emergency or just an emergency. You know, $680,000 sound pretty good when the emergency pops up. Now you ain't got to beg and ask nobody for nothing. All right, and let me tell you, because emergencies always come up. You're never going to not have an emergency or an opportunity to help somebody else. It's just, gonna happen. Emergencies happen. And or you can go on your vacation, or you can now buy you a better car, or you could get something that you always wanted with $680,000. You always wanted to do something and you just ain't never had the money. Give yourself 15 years. You have the money. Now, I could feel someone saying, well, I'm 60. I ain't got. No, 60 and 15 is 75. Now, many of y'all know when Trump first came in office at 70 and everybody was laughing at him and calling him stupid and dumb. And my response was, I might agree, but he's president of the United States at 70 years old. So this is just for people who are older. You're never too old. So at 75, $680,000 sound good to me. You know, you can help your grandchildren out if you want. You know, you can go to take a nice trip, cruise. You can do whatever you want to do. And God forbid if you're, not doing well or you have a health issue, at least you're going to be able to pay your medical bills, because I don't know how many times I got to sit here and tell y'all what they're doing with the Medicaid, and soon you just got to pay your whole medical bill. So y'all, I'm talking to y'all. Do you hear what I'm saying to y'all about how to save the money, how to reinvest? Because they're about to just take everything, and if you ain't got it, well, so yeah, no. Okay, I'm gonna say it. Okay, I'm not gonna say it. Okay, power moves. Okay, most people are not told how to appropriate their job raise, bonus, or financial upgrade, like even an inheritance. Someone left you something, even a lottery win. Someone you done hit the lottery. Now, people who get bonuses or an increase of financial wealth, I'm gonna make y'all wealthy, fall into a financial trap. They don't budget. They think they have extra money. They spend it, buying shoes and expensive bags and stuff like that. But family, please hear me in my heart. In this season, there is no room to be in a financial trap. But no worries. I'm here. I'm your friend. I'm your good girlfriend at Safe Space Talks My Mastery. The reason they are raising all the prices is to force you to spend more. I say today, stop. Don't be misled. We are going to begin to penny pinch. I'm old school. What y'all know about penny pinching? Put in the comments, I be penny pinching. So, we gonna have to penny pinch and stop giving these rich corporations who are stealing from us blindly our good hard-earned money. And stop. Example, look what happened with Target, right? We almost made them buckle, but we back at Target. Did you not see how effective our dollars were? At this time, only purchase essentials, nothing extra, no clothes, shoes, hat, etc., only if it's mandatory. You're going to have to make choices that make sense. This season, my goal has been to help you make real life decisions. This is why I haven't had any guests. I am on full assignment. If you do not make the right choice, life will decide for you. Let me just for the people in the back. If you do not make the right choice, life will decide for you. And let me tell you, you don't want life deciding for you. You want to decide for yourself and make power moves. All right. And when you don't make the right decisions, then you land up in casinos betting, trying to get a quick fix and a win. Listen to the past videos. There is no quick fix. There's no quick fix. You will be trying to quick fix, then you're going to end up drinking, you're going to end up on drugs, you're going to be trying to have sex with people for money, and you're going to end up homeless. And ladies, let me tell you something. Do not date a man who does not have his own apartment or home. Just warning, Summer's coming. Throw that in. Unless it's a real situation and you vetted that situation. Other than that, leave it alone. Now, there's a leverage for those who rent. If your job matches, because I talk about the brokerage for people who have homes, and I'm not being shady, but if you rent, there's a way you too can put away. If your job matches your 401k, then become involved. It's never too late to begin saving. It's never too late. If you start saving a quarter today, it's never too late to start saving. Don't be like, oh, well, all I got. If all you got is $1, if all you got is $5, it's never too late to start saving. I bought my first car from saving change. That's a testimony. That is the truth. I was minding my whole business one day, coming from school, grade school, and I saw a nice fancy car. And I said, you know what? I want a car. I worked at the supermarket, packing bags. I did little odd jobs, and I kept saving my money because I lived at home. I had to pay no bills, and I was blessed enough to be able to save my money to buy my first car, my own self. Ain't nobody had to do that for me. I did that. That habit of saving has never changed, and so this is why I can tell you, time go by fast. I'm not little no more. And single people are better at saving because everything falls on us. So single people, you know how we used to help our friends out? We can't help them out no more. We can't help them out no more. Okay? It depends on the friend. Because friend, if you watching, you know I got you. But I'm just saying, like, the shady friends, nah, we gonna have to cut y'all off, shady friends. Okay? So listen, if you have to begin your saving strategy, you heard this before. It's just worth repeating. You have to cut back. You have to cut back on eating out. I don't eat out. I say that here often on this channel because it's just, I wasn't eating out before COVID, and then when COVID hit, I swore it even got worse. Like if it's my friend's birthday party or if it's a celebration, my friends ask me to come out, yeah, you know. But to just be like next week or Friday and this weekend I'm going out, absolutely not. I know how to cook, so to God be all the glory. I make my own stuff. All right, so the people who work and you get up and you go to your favorite coffee spot and you like the cup and you want everybody to see you spent $20 on your coffee. And you got your breakfast sandwich. You go to your favorite spot. No. Okay. I was so glad to hear my friend say her taking her lunch to work. I said, girl, yes. Yes, take your lunch. But take your water, take everything. Don't be spending them high prices downtown New York. No. And now with all of what's going on, the war and the gas and everything, honey, what we got to do? Penny pinch. What we got to do? Penny pinch. We got to be penny pinching. And you will be amazed of how much you save. And your bottle of water, because you buy your bottle of water, take it to work, okay? Because downtown it's gonna be about $3-4 for the same 12 ounces. It is ridiculous in New York, okay? So no matter what we do, we still need an income, but there's nothing like becoming your own bank. All right. I've taught only one person this because they didn't believe me. But if you want me to teach you how to become your own bank, And I'm talking about you gotta be serious. I don't play games. There's a couple of things I don't play with. Money is one. You can email me at safespacetalks@gmail.com. Again, I am not a financial advisor. I am proof of the impossible being possible. Take your time. Take your time. Now, what it costs. You have to know your choice matters more than you think. Significant changes come with a cost. That cost is sacrificing immediate gratification. Immediate gratification is the number one killer of financial stability. It's if you can't wait, you're gonna be broke. If you want financial stability, then you have to take that risk of changing your poor spending habits and learn how to budget. For real. When I got this revelation, everything changed. Everything changed. I did not buy new clothes for about 3 years in a row. The only time I bought myself something was for my birthday, and I had to ask the Lord. I said, Jesus, can I buy myself something for my birthday? He's so loving. He'd be like, yeah, but don't trip out. I was like, no, I won't trip out, and I wouldn't. So if the Lord allowed me to, you know, buy something personal for myself while I was in my season um, of of preserving the reserves, He will let you buy you something. But you got to be willing, and you have to be committed, and you have to be serious. Because one thing I learned, woo, I tell my cousin this all the time. One thing I learned being a Christian is there's God's money and then there's man's money. Okay? And I made the choice that I wanted God's money. He got so much money, y'all. All right, one reason is he don't steal. He is the giver of wealth. Take your time. You can no longer be deceived by believing you are asset rich. That's another misconception that, I got these assets and I got that. Y'all ain't seen these storms come rolling through. Okay. Now, I don't care if you have a mansion, the Bugatti, boats, planes, trains, Rolexes. Let me tell y'all something. Because see, I have wealthy friends. So I'm talking because I know what I know. You got that money and you bought them assets. Now, you find yourself in a little pickle. You need your money, so you think you're going to sell your asset. Now, you're going to sell it. But what you're not going to get is what you think you're going to get. That I'm going to keep it like that. All right. So there are many deceptions about wealth. Many do not know about. So you hear they don't pay taxes. Okay. They hide their money in corporations. Okay. And trust, yep, which is true. But there are other situations that can sometimes end them broke, busted, and disgusted. Now, I want you to count the cost of your expenses. And with the same intensity you spend, I want you to have the same intensity in redirecting your cash flow. Once you see the increase, I promise you, you will lose those bad spending habits and realize nobody cares what you're wearing. Nobody cares what you're driving, only you. It's a true story, I'm telling you. Okay, let me give you an example. Because I am not flashy at all, and I would never tell y'all nothing. Y'all, I will look like I don't have it. I don't care. Okay? So here's a true story I have. Now, perfect example. I have an Android phone, right? And most of my friends, hi y'all, have iPhones, right? So we was at an event one time, and my friends, it was, you know, my friends was like, what is that? An Android? And oh boy, they had a good time laughing at me about my phone. I let them laugh, and I said, I am glad to see that all of you have iPhones. It was about 6 or 7 of them. I said, because I may not have an iPhone, but I do have Apple stock. The laughter stopped, but I started laughing. I thought, I was like, oh, we not laughing? We're not laughing no more. Let's all laugh, right? So see, just the other night I took a picture of one of my friends' iPhone. Hey, friend, she was like, "Oh, your phone take a good pictures." I was like, "Yeah, my Android." Okay, just gotta share that because I'm not giving Apple thousands of dollars. The last time I believe an iPhone, I'm telling on myself. I think the iPhone was like $1,200 or $900. Who's the? Why y'all? Why these status symbols? I don't care. They don't care about me. I don't care about them. That's how I feel. I don't need no Birkin bag. I am just not their girl. Well, the point of the matter is that I used to be like that, but then I was like, it's just not worth it. And the fact that things that's in style now won't be in style later, um, mm-mm, mm-mm. Nah, we're not doing that. And plus, basically, I'm just not giving the man back his money. Mm-mm. No, he got to pay me back. They're not going to give us reparations. I got to find out how to get my money back somehow. Take your time. Take your time. We talk how we talk here on Safe Space Talks My Mastery. So I know you got that statement. If you've taken a loan, a home, car, school, it is imperative that you redirect that money into a different account, such as what? Quick quiz, high yielding account, preferably a brokerage account. Let your money begin to work for you and not you working for money. We're in 2026. Google, watch YouTube videos, but I'm telling you the right thing to do. Then move into, don't grow your money. Let's stay with the numbers. Don't get the $680,000, blow it, and then try to start over again. Don't be like, ooh, I got $680,000. I'm getting ready to buy me whatever the cars. Don't do that. Live within your means. I mean, you don't have to be broke, but live within your means. All right? You got to build. You got to keep building. Build from I don't have it to I don't have it for you. Move from I'm broke and late payments to, oh, I already paid that off. Okay, it's okay. It's all right. Take your time. You have to be financially committed. Otherwise, it's not going to happen for you, and you will be broke, and you will be complaining because of your financial mismanagement. Get control. Get serious. Tell them, friends, I can't go out. I'm eating in, or I can't loan you money. You have to, you know, listen, I got money, but I'll be like, nah, I don't have it for you. I can't, no, I'm not lending you that. Just whatever. And I'm a giver. I give, I like giving, I got stories to tell. I've paid people's situations. They'll tell you. If you want to share, you can say it in the chat. But, quietly, mind my whole business. And that's another thing, too. Give. Sowing is not just, giving in the church. Oh boy, they getting ready to get mad now. Sewing is helping your neighbor who got 4 kids and single, and them kids need some shoes or some food. They need food. Um, the you got an old person who needs things. You be somebody who helps so they can see the good work God has done in you. Somebody's bill might need to be paid. All of that is sowing. They don't say that at the pulpit, but all of that is considered sowing. All right, so this process is about 3 to 5 years. I know someone was wondering. Yes, give yourself 3 to 5 years. You'll see the results. Higher financial confidence will start pouring into your mindset. It's all a win-win. You can't lose when you're saving money. There's nothing like being financially free. Whoo-wee. I mean, I'm here to tell you. I'm sharing. There's nothing like being financially free. It's nothing like not having that weight over your shoulder of someone telling you you're going to get fired. There's nothing like, I can't get fired ever a day in my life, okay? I can stop doing something or quit or shift, but, that's never going to happen. Otherwise, you're going to be in the trap where you're paying loans and you're inflating your lifestyle for Instagram or whatever social media site or sites that you're on, trying to get clicks, likes and stuff. I don't have a lot of clicks. I don't have a lot of likes. Right, look at our show. Look, the increase of viewership is fabulous, but people don't subscribe to the channel. Like, people are special in 2026, and my personality won't let me sit here and be like, can you please subscribe to my channel? If y'all done heard a million people say that, then to support somebody, you subscribe to the channel, you like, you share. So it's at the end of the videos. I will not sit here and grapple. Because when you're financially free, you ain't got to grapple. I'm above and not beneath. I'm the head and not the tail. All right, so where we at? So you will never know what it is to just really be able to buy what you want to buy if you don't save. You're just not. You're going to keep being in debt. And, I don't know. I don't want you to be in debt. I don't want you buying stuff to brag on social media. I don't want you trying to impress anybody. If you do it, you're doing it for yourself. Okay? Do it because you like that or you want. Why? I never understand. If you're watching, can you call me 914-222-3342? Play it back if you need to. And explain to me, why do you feel you have to buy Louis Vuitton and all these designers and spend all that money when they don't do nothing? Who told you that meant you was wealthy? Who told you that? Oh, God. Who told you that just because you have that means you rich? Who started that? What lie from hell done told you that? And meanwhile, our counterparts are wearing skips, jeans, and a t-shirt. And okay. The other thing I don't like is how come, do y'all see the attack on African Americans and our finances? How come when someone of African American descent sign contracts, is, oh, so and so signed a $20 million contract. This one just received 20 million, or this one is a billionaire. You know how many white billionaires there are? So why, and there's black billionaires, but why? I don't know the white ones as much as I know all the black ones. And it's like, why are they on the front page news? And then bam, they at Rihanna's house. They at the NBA. They in people's houses. I'm going to interrupt the show for this small clip.
Integrate into the same neighborhood that I worked my entire life to get into. I don't understand it.
There he is, right there.
That guy right
It's what Make America Great Again has always meant to certain people. It's never been about patriotism. It's always been about hierarchy, about making sure black people stay in a place that makes them comfortable. Because let's be honest, imagine living in a country where 400 years you receive every privilege available. Free labor for almost 2 centuries, millions of acres of free land through the Homestead Act, government assistance when black folks were excluded, white veterans received GI Bills as 10th in college when black veterans who served the country faithfully did not, white home ownership through FHA loans that black people didn't get while black families were redlined into poverty. There was affirmative action for white folks long before the phrase was ever even created. Let me name a few more. Tax benefits, union protections, government contracts, Social Security programs that originally excluded black labor, corporate subsidies, banking systems built on predatory denial of black access, policing designed to guard white prosperity, and the unspoken privilege of always being seen and deserving, and all that for generations. And yet here we are, after everything designed to hold us back, we still here. It makes him a failure. We're still educating ourselves, still building businesses. It makes him a failure. Still growing wealth, still buying homes, still pulling up in our Lexuses. That makes him a failure. We still thrive in the ways this country has never planned for us to thrive. And it makes them feel like failures. Because that's what they are. That's why it bothers them. Because to them, our success is what it is. It makes them failures. They feel better when they can look down on us. They feel safer when we have to struggle. They feel whole when we are broken. So when they say Make America Great Again, what they are really saying is let's go back and reset the hierarchy. Let's put them back in their place, which is beneath us. Let's strip away any progress that they've made. Let's take away all their rights, all their opportunities, all the wins that make them feel equal. Because for us to feel equal, it makes them feel like failures. Because they've had every advancement known to man, and yet here we are. And that's why our excellence is so powerful, y'all. Because every time we disrupt a narrative they depended on for 400 years, every time we win and we break the system that was never designed for us to succeed, every time we shine, we expose the weakness of a structure built on stolen labor, stolen land, and stolen wealth. It's their failure. This is why our success is revolutionary. It's not just about your car, your house, or your lifestyle. It's a reminder that despite every barrier placed in our way, we still here, thriving, winning, and redefining greatness in our terms. And they're still what they are. Failures. Now drop a black fist in the comments and share this with someone who needs to hear.
Now back to the show. Redirect your payments is the first key to becoming financially stable. Use automated payments so you don't have to spend it as soon as you get it. Have it snatched out to go to your brokerage account. You don't miss it, you don't see it, and now you maintain your budget according to what you're getting. Okay? At first, you're going to feel like you're boring because you stop spending, you're not at the club, you missing the dinner events, and you done stop spending trying to impress your friend on her wedding day, and your other friend on the baby shower, and your other friend on their birth dates, and you trying to ball out. Yeah, it's better to just have money when your friend need it as opposed to trying to, impress with fancy gifts. And please don't misunderstand me. I'm saying, you know what I'm saying. Don't misunderstand me. Buy people nice things. That's sowing. But I'm just saying, you know what I mean? So now you have money. Now you can renovate. Now you can buy a new car. Yeah, you can shop a little bit. Yeah, you can go on vacation. And as I said, do not spend everything. Don't just ball out. Do all things in moderation, because you never know what may happen. You know, you may have an accident. I keep trying to tell y'all, please listen to me while I'm saying this, and you're going to have to pay that hospital bill. Okay? Don't open up more credit cards. Just get rid of the debt on the credit cards you have and keep them open. Keep them open. Oh, boy. And yes, we will always have debt. There's no such thing as good debt or bad debt. It's just debt. No such thing as a good sin and a bad sin. It's just sin. Okay? Oh boy. So learn to manage your money. Create a lifestyle for you that's comfortable for you. Y'all know I don't like working out, but I got a whole new workout. It's comfortable for me. I don't be sweating and passing out. It's just comfortable for me. I'm not doing hours. I don't have the time, but I'm going to get it in. Okay. Hopefully this will help you to stop saying life be lifing or the devil is busy. It's that you have not taken the time to situate your financial situation. Because yes, most of us, even people who are living paycheck to paycheck, you just have to make choices. And like I said, it's not about the amount you save. It's just that you need to save. Your wealth choices has to be non-negotiable. Your wealth choices have to be non-negotiable. Wealth is more obtainable than you think. It's all about your choices. Most people wait too long to make the switch, but it's never too late to start. Ask yourself, do you want to live paycheck to paycheck for the rest of your life? As a Christian, God did not tell me to go to work, pay bills, go to work, pay bills, go to work, pay bills. That's not my portion. Okay. I couldn't. Okay. Okay. So you have to make the choice to change your relationship with money. Everybody has a relationship. Find out what your relationship is. You have to renew your mind in order for everything I said for it to work. Romans 10:9 is still available for my unbelievers. My believers, y'all should know better. Time for you to get on stable ground before the ground opens up and y'all all fall in. So decide to redirect, build, resist, and move towards your financial goal. Today, start with $1 or whatever you can. If you have money and just been, and listen. I come from the mattress people, putting the money underneath the mattress. I did that. You still could do that. I mean, it's about the same amount of money you would get if you had it in the bank. They give you what, the 0.000003. All right. I'm sorry. No, I'm not. Now, for those of us who have a little money, and we got some money, if you have money and just been mismanaging it, the wealthy, let me tell you, middle class, invest $300 a month. Okay, just sharing. I like to give numbers. Y'all know I'm gonna give y'all the example. People be like, hey, you get it. No, on average, middle class person invests $300 a month. So if you got it like that. And of course, if you make more, it's more. But on average, okay, $300 a month. Invested. I didn't say save. Let me be clear. Invest $300 a month. And that's just a starting goal. And feel free to surpass that goal number. Just make, you know, the choice based on your income. And like I said, it's not about the amount. It's just that you need to do it. And then you will learn. See, being financially sound or, you know, having financial stability, you'll sleep better. Let me tell you why it was necessary for me to be wealthy. Dependence. It will reduce dependence. Okay. You ain't got to ask nobody for nothing. You ain't got to depend on nobody to give you nothing. You got it. Okay? You don't have to stress. You don't have to be frustrated. You don't have to be aggravated. You just pay your bills. You do what you got to do. And you don't have to depend on a GoFundMe. Look at the last video on grief. Just keep watching these videos. I'm showing y'all how to do the work. That was the assignment. And you have more room to move more freely. That's what financial freedom is. It's not about you debt free. You just have more freedom to do things you want to do. And that happens when you lead a life of purpose. Well, I hope that was helpful, because not being financially free leads to depression. It can lead to unaliving yourself. It could lead to you losing everything. It could lead to you selling yourself. It definitely is a trauma-induced situation, right? You find yourself in this situation, and yes, things happen, like a divorce, and now you done lost all your money, or, you know, situation. Things happen, but you get back up again. You got to get back up again, okay? But had you been saving, you'd had a little something, okay? Now, let me tell y'all something. You got good friends? I know. I'm going to help y'all out. You got good friends? You give them a stack and you be like, yo, hold that for an emergency. Okay. All right. I'm just saying. You give them a stack and you say, hold that in case of an emergency. If all hell break out, you know, especially with a lot of situations, you know, you get married, you bought a house, you're doing stuff, you know. Be prepared. You gotta prepare. You gotta be prepared. And keep some money in the house. You know, y'all saw what happened in Australia. Y'all see what they doing with the banking system. I'm here to help. Keep some money in the house. Daggone it. Got a line around the corner talking about you can only take out $65 out your account. You got $200,000 and $500,000 in there, and they won't let you take your money. Ooh, Nigeria! Oh my goodness, this is why they play with my numbers. But it's okay. I'm gonna still sit here and say what I said. What I said. Now, because I'm out here and I know what's going on, and I'm here telling you, I want you to take me serious, because not having your finances situation, and I'm not talking to people who are under 21 years old. I'm talking about if you're over 21 years old, you should be considering, if you're 21 and got a good job, and in 15 years You just be 36 years old. You'll be 400,000 shy of a millionaire. Something to think about, 21-year-olds. All right, so therefore, and parents, teach your kids. Stop just buying them stuff because, I'll buy you this. I did that, so I learned. Don't do that, though. Don't do that. I thank God I don't have children because I probably been doing the same thing y'all do. But after a while, I'd have figured it out. Like, no, you're not getting that. Now, most think just because, you have kids, you're supposed to buy them everything that you didn't have. Lies. Just lies. The kids who grew up who didn't have a lot, they tend to be a little more wealthier than the kids who got everything that they wanted. Just my point of view. And I thank God for my nieces and nephews, my godchildren, my friends' children. I love them. So I get to get them and then send them back and spoil them a little bit. So it works for me. That works for me. I love me some y'all. I do. And so if God says the same, I will see you next week. Same bad time, same bad channel.